Gauss theorem. So let's start with this. So it states that the total flux through a closed surface is 1 upon epsilon naught times the net charge enclosed by the closed surface. So we can write over here. So this is the statement we get over here. Now we can see here it is the 1 upon epsilon naught times. Times means multiplication. The net charge is considered to be Q over here, Q. Okay, that charge to be taken, and that charge should be considered in a closed surface. Okay, let me draw a random charges over here, and we understand this with the help of an example. But we can see here that 1 upon epsilon naught, we from this statement that 1 upon epsilon naught times the Q, that is Q upon epsilon naught. This is our Gauss theorem that we need to prove this. But what are the conditions that we should consider in this while proving this? So we are going to tackle that. Okay, let me draw some charges over here. So here I have drawn the charges over here. Now we need to find out the flux through a closed surface. We already studied the electric flux, you know very well. Now randomly take any surface over here. Randomly you can draw any surface. Suppose if I draw a surface over here in this pattern, let's consider. Okay, even though just I also taken this in a random way. Now, so as per this, the total flux through this closed surface means from the point where it starts and it will going to end over that point, then it is known as a closed surface. So the flux passing through by all the charges. Okay, over here. But we need to consider the charges inside the closed surface. So we need to, let's draw some here, that we need to follow some rules, or we can say we need to know. So we write over here note. Okay, first we'll write over here that it will be applicable for a closed surface only. ठीक है, this first point need to be fulfilled. It should be, yes, it is a closed surface. Then we need to calculate the net charge enclosed in this. So let's calculate the total charge. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, total minus 4 charges are there. Okay, now 1, 1 and 1. So we have plus 3 charges over here. Now we have this much charge enclosed in this body. So the net total charge, what will we get over here? The total charge net result in plus 3 minus 4, that is minus 1 charge. Let consider to be coulomb. All charges, instead of taking small unit micro, we will just for easy for the calculation take it minus 1 coulomb charge. Now this 1 coulomb charge, suppose this, if there is one positive charge also, then it will be plus 4 minus 4, then it can be written also 0 over here. So this is considered to be charge. So second point, the enclosed charge is denoted by Q in this equation. So we write over here this Q. Q means which is we used over here. This Q is considered over here. Okay, it can be 0 and it may or may not be 0. If it is 0 over here, then we can state this, that is the total flux or the Gauss Q upon E equals to 0. Because the charge is 0, then it's 0. Else here in this condition, if we take it minus 1, then we can write over here for this charge, we can write equals to minus 1 upon epsilon naught times. Okay, I hope it will be clear. Now the net flux through a closed surface due to charge lying outside the closed surface, that means these charges. Okay, all the charges are underlined over here. Okay, these charges is 0, means we don't have to calculate these outside charges at all. Okay, now We can say this for our understanding that the electrical field appearing in a Gauss theorem is due to all charges. Electrical field can be generated due to the all charges. We can say that both inside and outside the closed surface. But however, the charge Q, that means this Q charge, appears in the theorem is only containing that are inside. Okay, inside charges are taken, so don't get confused during the solving of numerical. Now last point, if we talk about the absolute permittivity or a dielectric constant, what we have studied about the dielectric constant K. Okay, and we know it is epsilon upon epsilon naught. So if we need to express this Gauss theorem in terms of dielectric, we can say this. As we said, one more thing that we include in this only. As we said, it is a closed surface. Okay, the total flux. If we write a flux here, E dot A, okay, or EA, direct multiplier instead of cos theta, EA equals to Q upon epsilon naught, because this is also phi, this is also phi that we calculated formula. But here we need to show that it is a closed surface, so we need to draw an integration and circle over here. It is showing that it is a closed surface, or we can write over as S. Okay, EA is a closed surface, that is the proper notation. For the dielectric, we need to add over here a dielectric constant here, K. It is dielectric constant. So this is a formula of Gauss theorem with respect to dielectric constant, and we can prove this formula with the help of taking a closed spherical shell, and then we can prove with respect to with the help of an example. In short, just I will write over here. See, if we consider a circle over here and we place a test charge Q over here, then the electrical field lines are going radially outwards. So let's draw a red line. They are electrical field lines moving outward in all directions. Now, as per the Gauss theorem, or as per the, first of all, we considered flux. We need to take an area component anywhere in closed surface. If they are moving perpendicular to this, then the area vector is also moving this in this direction. Okay, electrical field and area. So the theta will be 0. 0 degree means cos 1. We can write this. So this is our Gaussian surface. This, that imaginary surface we counted, or we can take in practical way also. So we can write over here electrical field formula, we know small k. It is not dielectric, it is a capital K, it is a small k. K Q upon R square, that is a distance, we can take it as R. Okay, distance from charge to the surface. Now theta will be 0 as per the flux, electric flux. We can write over here EA cos theta. Theta will be 0. We can write over here EA. Okay. EA means for the whole surface. We are considering to be the whole surface. But if we take it as a small or a partially, because if we consider this as a small dA, because this one is considered to be dA, then we need to complete surface integration, because we need to prove this term also, so we take in that way. So now I will write over here integration of this small d phi will taken as a d phi e, surface integration. So here we use this surface integration of this flux all over the body. Now we can write surface integration of EA cos theta, will get E dA. Okay. Now E is a constant, electrical field from this charge is constant, then E can be taken outside, then the surface integration of dA. Now dA is my total area, ठीक है, total area. area of this, and it is a shape of sphere, so we can consider as we considered it sphere. Now we take it area. What is the area of sphere? Now we will write over here phi, that is for Gauss. Now electric field E, or we take a constant, okay, E. Now we need to take the area of this. What will get area? Area is 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square. As we need to prove from this that it is a Gauss theorem, we put the value of E. What is the value of E? K Q by r square. Okay, into 4 pi r square. Now think the value of K. What will be the value of K? We'll write over here 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square into 4 pi r square. Now we can strike out this 4 pi r square r square. What would we left out? This one is remain, this one is remain. So we can write over here that Gauss theorem, that is Q upon epsilon naught. So this is how we, just for an example, we proved this. Okay, I hope it will be clear in your mind. So we need to prove till here. This is an example. Okay, thank you.